So yeah, I quite like Baby Mario, and he's really cute also. Hey, let's rewind that. We've not got to that bit. Let's start all the way at the top. Welcome to Stream It. This is the film and TV podcast full of things for you to watch. I'm Connor, and this week's episode is all about, one of my favourite video games ever. We're going to do a video game special. I know I said it's about film and TV, but sometimes it's about games too, and I love a good game. We're going to talk about Mario Kart. We're getting stuck into the world of the most chaotic racing game ever. It really is. Here's my speedy rundown of what's coming up. I've got 3 Mario Kart tips for you so that you can beat all your mates and win all the tournaments. Everything from when to use those trusted blue shells to how to drift perfectly around corners. Pete from Mega Mag is here as well to tell us about another game that you should get your hands on. And of course, I have my top 3 film and TV picks for you to go and check out this week. So let's get gaming. That works. Let's get gaming. Grab your popcorn, get yourself comfy. This is Fun Kids Stream It. So before we delve into the great big world of Mario Kart, I better introduce you to the game. So Mario Kart was launched all the way back in 1992, and I've played Mario Kart on every single console that Nintendo have ever released. I really, really have. You can compete as well with so many different characters, obviously, all of your favourite Nintendo characters. I always like to play as Baby Mario. I don't know why, but in my head I think Baby Mario is a smaller version of Mario, so therefore maybe a little bit lighter, so therefore my car may move quicker, but I don't think that matters. So yeah, I quite like Baby Mario, and he's really cute also. So the idea of Mario Kart is to collect power-ups and use them against other players while you also race around different tracks. That's pretty much it. But the best thing that really stands Mario Kart out from all of the other racing games is those power-up items. You collect them throughout the game. They're basically little boxes on the course that you're racing around. And then when you hit one of those boxes with a question mark in it, you get some form of power-up. You get some form of something to use throughout the race. There's different modes. You can do Grand Prix mode, time trial, and battle mode. My favourite is the Grand Prix, though. You can do like a tournament where you race on like 5 different courses against all the same people. Super duper fun, super duper hard. But yeah, Mario Kart is one of the best, and here's why. So we all want to be experts, don't we, at games, especially when it comes to something like Mario Kart, because being an expert definitely makes you win races. We all want to get that gold medal every race, but it's not always so easy. So I've done my research, and I've also put together 5 tips for you to absolutely ace Mario Kart. So straight in at number 1, one of my top tips is to keep your green shells to deflect other objects coming your way. Okay, so basically, when you have a green shell, a lot of people have a tendency to want to fire the green shell, because if you throw it and it hits somebody, it means that they kind of spin out and, they slow down and you can overtake them. But a green shell is a manual throw. So what that means is when you throw it, it doesn't automatically hit the person in front. You have to aim it. And it's really hard when the cars are moving super, super fast. So the likelihood of you actually throwing a green shell and it hitting somebody who's driving in front of you, it's tough. It's really tough. So what I think is best is to keep hold of the green shell. Hold it, okay, but don't throw it. And then what I would do is I'd hold down the button that you have to basically ignite throwing the green shell. Hold it down, and what you'll find is that green shell goes to the back of your cart. When it's at the back of your cart, that means if somebody was to throw a shell that's behind you and it was to be coming towards your car, that green shell will actually counteract what it would do if the shell hit you. So you won't spin out. In a way, it's kind of like a little bit of defense. Yeah, it's really, really cool. So green shells, I would definitely keep hold of throughout your Mario Kart race. If you can, obviously. So number 2, find shortcuts to jump ahead in the race. So this is, I would say, maybe one of the hardest parts of Mario Kart, because some of the tracks are so intricate, which is great. They're so big and there's so many different ways that you can go around a map. So what's really, really cool is when you're racing one day on one course, you may do a completely different version of the course to what you the next time you race, because there's so many different ways to go. A really, really good little example of that is sometimes when you're racing racing round, you'll find like crossroads. And on the crossroads, you'll be going forward, and then other people in the race will be coming like towards each side of you, and it's because they've gone a different route. But every route can kind of help you out. So the best thing to do is race loads, because then you can understand the maps, understand where the shortcuts are, and also understand the small shortcuts. Can you cut a corner? Is there a ramp with a booster at the end that's going to boost you forward into a different direction, and therefore you can go up a few places? I don't know. You need to race. You need to find it out. But that is one thing that I would definitely recommend. Find shortcuts to jump ahead in the race.
Up we go!
Also, one way that might help you as well, which I really enjoy to do, is because Mario Kart's such a fun game to play, jump in your favourite kart with your favourite character and go on a little leisurely tour of each course in the single player mode, so you get to know where each of the secrets are. Many of them pass through rough terrain, and so they require a speed boost of some kind if you're to gain a little bit of a benefit on your opponents. So yeah, take a little single player leisurely drive, just go along as Baby Mario if you fancy it, or Luigi. Check the course out, see what you think of it. I think it will definitely help you for when you enter Grand Prix mode. And straight in at 3, I'm going to give you 2 little sort of boost heads ups, okay? Because, starting line power boost is something that really helps. So as with previous Mario Kart games, there's a way to get off the starting grid with a super fast start, but timing really is everything. The timing is so key. If you time it wrong, you're going to spin out straight away, and everyone behind you on the start line is going to overtake. So when the countdown begins, hold down the accelerator a fraction of a second after the number 2 has appeared. Keep it held down throughout the remainder of the countdown, and you'll shoot off like a rocket. There is a risk, though, associated with this starting boost, though. If your timing's either a little too early or a little too late, as I said, your racer will spin his or her wheels instead for a short amount of time before pulling away, so it does kind of give you a couple of seconds. Yeah, not advantage, a couple of seconds behind. It's not good. Despite this risk, though, with even a little practice, you should find yourself able to pull off this essential technique every single time, which I do think is going to help. And why don't you test it out when you go into single player mode to check out the little maps that you're racing on. Also, check out how you can go with your little power boost on the starting line. And I'm going to link in another little boost thing here as well. Super easy, but drifting round corners. Learn how to drift, okay? Whatever the button is that you use when you're drifting around a corner, drift. Because when you drift really well in your kart, what happens is when you finish the drift, you get a little power boost out the corner. So it's like an acceleration out the corner. 2 little boost tips that I think are really going to help you to get number 1 and that gold medal in Mario Kart 8.
It's great!
So there we go. There's like my 3 tips on Mario Kart and how I think you can go and conquer it. Really hard game, so I would definitely say do that single player mode, check it all out, and do let me know how you got on over at funkidslive.com, or if you found any little tips, let me know them too. And let's have a little look at another game. Yeah, it's a real gaming special. Pete from Mega Mag, my good friend, has got some expertise for us.
Yahoo!
Pete, today we want to talk about Mario, don't we? And the new wonder of the 2D world.
That's right. It might be the best game of the year. No kidding. It's Mario Wonder.
Okay, so I agree with your statement. So, had the game a while since it's come out. Been playing it a lot. Massive fan of Mario. Spoke about it loads with you before. Odyssey obviously being one of the top games for me, my side. But, the old school 2D game version of Mario really is the best. And I think they've achieved it in such a, sort of modern day sort of place with the Mario Wonder. Don't you agree?
Yeah, 100%. Like, some people probably look at it and think it looks a bit old fashioned because you just run along the screen 2D style. But they've evolved it so much. It really has been taken to the next level.
I really like the colours. That's one thing that I will instantly say. It's like such a colourful screen. If you play it on the Switch and you're lucky enough to own the OLED Switch, incredible what it can do on that screen. But yeah, the colours and the way they've kind of transitioned from like old school 2D Mario into like new version. I just think it's a fantastic game overall, don't you?
Yeah, totally. Like the colours as well. They make it amazing by adding special effects in. It's full of so many surprises. Like you find a hidden room or something and loads of special effects will explode onto the screen. It's so cool.
Pete, what was it for you that stood out that made it one of your games of the year? Obviously all the things we've spoken about so far, but was there a sort of a certain point for you where you were like, yeah, this is absolutely one of the games of the year?
So the first thing I really liked is that it takes place in a different place that we haven't come across yet in Mario. So it's in the Flower Kingdom, not the Mushroom Kingdom, and that means tons of new enemies, tons of new powers, which is the funnest part of Mario, and just something a little bit different to the game we've sort of played a million times before.
Yeah, because it has all of the old school parts of Mario that we really enjoy. I like to call them little brown turtles. The little people that you jump on top of. What are they? Yeah. Are they mushrooms?
They're Koopas, which I think they're meant to be like like tiny baby versions of Bowser, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, right. So obviously they appear in Mario Wonder, but yeah, so it really ticks sort of the boxes of, you know, all that nostalgic feeling of the old Marios that your parents may have played, or maybe you've played too. The one thing that I would say though, P, I don't know if you agree, but it's busy, isn't it? That screen, I tell you, there's a lot going on the old Mario Wonder. Lots and lots to keep an eye on.
Yeah, there's explosions happening. There's tons of different characters moving in different directions at the same time. The colors are changing. I love it when you find a Wonder Seed. A Wonder Seed just makes something weird and unexpected happen to the whole level. So the sky will start flashing and you'll go invisible, or you'll turn into a spiky ball that starts rolling through walls. It's pretty crazy at times.
Yeah, it really is. A Wonder Seed it's a very interesting thing to find. Pete, what would you rate it out of 10? What would you give it? What would you say for this one? Because I'm going a solid 9.5. It's one of my favourite games on the Switch yet. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going to exactly the same. 9.5. It's not absolutely perfect, but it's super, super close.
Absolutely. There you go. Mario Wonder. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. Pete, we'll catch up next week and have a good one.
Yeah, catch you next time.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Pete. Now it's about time for my top 3 film and TV picks. We've spoke gaming, but let's get back to what Stream It's all about. At number 1, I want to tell you all about Odd Squad.
These are no ordinary kids. They are Odd Squad. They travel the globe investigating the weird and, well, odd.
Omar has clownatosis. It starts in your noses, then spreads to your toeses.
So this TV show is a huge hit. It's on BBC iPlayer, so you've got to check it out. Agents Otis and Olympia are the best of the best at investigating strange occurrings. They're part of the Odd Squad, a high-tech organisation run by kids that seeks out the answers in these unusual occurrings. Now, if you like puzzles, if you like problem solving, loads of laughs along the way, this is the TV show for you. Check it out. Head over to BBC iPlayer to go watch. Number 2, new to Netflix. It's The Wolf and the Lion.
We're very sorry for your loss.
Grandpa was all I had left.
You didn't do things like other people.
I made a new friend recently, a she-wolf. She goes around the house a lot.
What are you doing? It's okay. You've got a pup.
So here's the thing, imagine finding a wolf cub and a lion cub in the wilderness by your home. Well, Alma does just that and finds them in the heart of the Canadian wilderness. If animals are your thing and you wish you lived in the forest, you've got to check it out. It's called Wolf and the Lion and it's on Netflix for you. And at 3 is The Castaways on Amazon Prime.
Can you help me? I'm lost.
We're trash, Bubbles. Let's embrace our trashiness.
I don't know where I was going.
You're looking for the place where the kid comes from, right?
What's your name, stranger?
Think like Toy Story meets Minions. 3 friends work their way from the bottom of the trash heap to the top of the world. Yeah, the bottom of the trash heap. I bet that's smelly. The Castaways' nightly adventures show the world around them that even when you're rock bottom, you can rise above and achieve greatness. A really good message. Want a funny, bizarre movie that will have you laughing your socks off? The Castaways is definitely the one for you. It's available on Amazon Prime. And that's it from me. If you enjoyed the episode, do give us a follow so you don't miss future episodes and rate the podcast 5 stars too. We're always looking for reviewers, yes, you, to come on the show and tell us all about your favourite films and why you love them. If you want to get involved with episodes in the future, it's funkidslive.com/stream it. While you're there as well, let me know your Mario Kart tips if you've got any good ones. And send me a message telling me all about your favourite movie and you could be on a future episode of Stream It. That's exciting. I'd love to have you on and I'll see you next time. Bye.